The fact of the matter is we are getting now down to crunch time, even in legislative terms. We usually do live by deadlines around here, but we have only 11 days to go before adjournment. Jim and I want to reiterate that the governor and the Republicans continue to be committed to reforms that will help turn Illinois around. Now, unfortunately, with each passing day, it looks more and more like the Democrats are unwilling to seriously engage and negotiate transformational reforms to state government. We were frankly very hopeful in the beginning with the working groups that we would be able to reach some compromises on difficult issues. But in fact, what has happened recently is attendance has become spotty, things have been slow-walked, things have been taken off the table without any real negotiation whatsoever. The party that's controlled state government here in Illinois for the past 12 years, and importantly in Chicago for the last 80 years, the party that's enacted phony budget after phony budget, racked up $6 billion in unpaid bills, watched Illinois lose thousands of manufacturing jobs, enacted the biggest state income tax increase in history, and is ignoring the problems of the state and also ignoring the significant problem of Chicago's $600 million pension payment that's due in 40 days. That party, the Democrats, appear to have very little interest in solving or frankly even acknowledging the serious problems that face the state. They apparently still think that we can either pass a massive income tax increase or other tax hike, add more gambling, or just pass another phony budget. Unfortunately, what Illinois wants is a change in the status quo. It's broken, and it hasn't been working, not in Springfield and not in Chicago, for a very long time. Republicans are more than willing to negotiate and compromise, but it's clear that the Democrats are continuing to just want to play politics rather than clean up the messes that have been created. Just witness what's going on in the House, which Jim can elaborate on. Or, for example, take the example of the governor wanting to codify his ethics reforms just in the executive branch. That was taken off the table, I'm told, by the Democrats, who were fearful that that would be the first step into those ethics reforms applying to everyone in the legislature. We have serious problems here. We are ready to work on those, and we are inviting the Democrats to get serious and get to the table with us. We have 11 days left. We don't want to go into overtime, but thus far we haven't seen any real indication that they're willing to move. The problem they face in moving and engaging is they risk diminishing their power base. In my view, these discussions are not about policy, they're about power and maintaining power. So I'm hopeful that they realize what the serious problems are and the ramifications of not engaging will be for the state. Jim?
Thanks. The governor, we have made it very clear that we, House Republicans and Senate Republicans, are willing to compromise. But that transformational reform is absolutely and positively essential. Unfortunately, the Democrats appear to be only interested in doubling down on the same failed policies of the last 12 years. They are not interested in reforms. They just want a tax hike. That's more and more what I hear on a daily basis. We need meaningful, transformational reforms that will grow our economy, add jobs, shrink waste inside government, and most importantly, begin the restoration of confidence in state government. While the Democrats may be attending the working group meetings, they are not participating in good faith. And their actions in the floor, particularly in the House, demonstrate how they feel about reforming governments. And their actions speak louder than words. Over the past few weeks, Democrats have made a mockery of the process and have been more concerned about gotcha politics than working together in a bipartisan manner to fix our problems, as we were told we were going to operate in January when we were sworn in by the Speaker. What they are doing on the House floor is a deliberate and coordinated effort to try to embarrass the governor and to put Republicans in a bad spot so they can send out negative mail pieces and robocalls into our districts, which just started just in the last day or so. None of the language in these bills were the governor's, nor were they negotiated. And they even admitted it on the floor. We think this is the governor's, it's close to, but it's not the governor's office. It hasn't been negotiated with us. The Democrats sent bills to the floor for a vote, amendments that were destined for failure. They were supposed to fail. Quite frankly, it's just been a show. It's embarrassing. And we're going to see more sham bills this week for the same purpose, gotcha politics. Is that what people elected all of us last year to come down to Springfield to do? I don't think so. Just remember, Governor Rauner was elected by more than just Republicans, but Democrats and independents who are fed up and tired of the status quo. They want reform, and they want us to work together in a bipartisan manner. 4 years ago, Democrats raised taxes on the middle-class working families and employers, refusing at that time to enact reforms to reduce spending and create jobs. It appears they want to go down that same path. We've seen what happens without reforms, and the people of Illinois aren't going to stand for it. Citizens of Illinois want change, and Republicans aren't going to lie down. They talk a lot about how they are defending the middle class, but they're hiding behind what they've done over the last 12 years to the middle class. Record debt, record unemployment, all under one-party rule. And they're going to hide behind these phony votes over the last week and the upcoming week. Thank you.